The high-pitched squeal of the chainsaw rang around the side of the mountain. It was loud, even through the padding of Indy's earmuffs, but she kept her focus on the wood. The chainsaw's teeth sank into the last branch, cutting a line as neat as if it were a knife in butter. The hot February sun beat down on her, and as she made several more cuts, divvying up the thick branch from the fallen gum tree, a bead of sweat trickled down the side of her face. She'd long grown used to working outside in the summer heat, but still dreaded the prickling of tiny wood chips sticking into her skin. At least she had jeans on and her work shirt, baggy as it was, covering the folds of her elbows. With the final cut made, Indy switched off the chainsaw and took a step back. "Oh." Indy yanked the earmuffs off her head. Damn, they worked well. She hadn't even heard them arrive. "What did you say?" Her friend and co-worker's hands went to her hips, and her ponytail, a rustic mix of brown and red, flopped over her shoulder as she tilted her head. "I said, that's a bloody thick trunk. You're going to have to cut it up small for us to carry." "I didn't think the wind was that strong last night," Mara said, jumping onto the log and swinging her legs around in some mock ballerina move. "We're pretty sheltered on the other side of the cliff," Indy told her, putting the chainsaw on the ground to grab her water from the ute. The quad bike Emery and Mara had ridden up on was parked next to it. She leaned back against the tray and unscrewed the lid, then gazed at the view. It was pretty spectacular on this side of the mountain. Over the drop-off, the land stretched out, cut into paddocks that resembled a patchwork quilt of yellows, greens and browns. Indy shuddered. The last place she wanted to be in a storm like the one they had last night was close to that cliff. There'd be no coming back for anyone who misjudged the edge of the mountain. So different to the other side that was Windale Mountain Station, nestled among slopes and man-made flats. Up here in the top paddocks, the trees get a hammering, and Nova only wants us to load up the branches. She said to cut the trunk up thickly for the football team to use for training. Mara squealed, causing Emery to drop the armload of wood she'd gathered. "I can't believe the Sydney Scorpions are coming to train here," Mara said. "If I'd known this farm doubled as a training camp for hot athletes, I wouldn't have argued so much with Nova about coming."